This is Python's Paradise. This is your host, Greg Gilbert, aka the Python Hyena. And folks, we're less than a week away from Frightmare in the Falls, which I'll be attending this year in Niagara Falls, Canada. My first time attending that convention. And of course, CJ Graham will be among the people, among the guest list. And I bring that up. I've never interviewed him before, but he is one of the castmates for 13 Fanboy, which is a film that premieres today, October 22nd, 2021. And I have interviewed more people from 13 Fanboy than any other film. And I am lucky enough, I had a lot of wonderful people come on the show from it. But I wanted to dig deeper and get some of the more behind the scenes people as well. And boy, I've had some interesting characters come on here. Well, we have another one here tonight. We have Susan Linsenmayer. How do you do, Susan?
Hi, how are you?
Did I pronounce your last name right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. I have a few of you with last names I had a hard time pronouncing, but nonetheless, I did had Brian um, Papandrea on. I probably screwed that, probably botched his last name, but I had him on this afternoon. But nonetheless, yes, glad to have you on here today or tonight, I should say, and on the eve, of course, the release of 13 Fanboy.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. Have you seen the film yet?
Actually, yes, we are watching it currently. I think we have about half an hour or so left of it. I was having a nice little family movie night. It is so good. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really loving it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but um, I wish I could see it in a theater.
Yeah,
Because
they're released in a theater, I don't think near me, but so streaming it is, but at least that way we can watch it and not have those people in front of you yelling and hollering and cell phones going off. So
yeah, I uh, I don't. I've never done the streaming thing before. I may wait till it comes out on Blu-ray, which I'm fine with. I heard all the spoilers to Halloween Kills, and I still went and saw that, and it's like it's fine.
mhm.
So, but this one here, I'm on as a co-producer, and I had a couple people tell me they spotted my picture in the film, and
Saw your picture.
huh?
I saw it. Yes, I did.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody sent me a still that's got covered in blood. Of course, Riley C. Morris had told me that, so I'm like,
Mhm.
I think that's actually pretty cool. Yeah. I went to work cleaning tonight and I told people at the post office I was cleaning at about this, and I showed them the picture that was sending me of my still in my picture that was all
Mhm.
bloody, and I said, "Hey, check out my movie. I might not be able to see it, but at least some of you might be able to." You know, so
Mhm.
I'm loving that. So I think that's cool. I think it was Troy Elke said to me, said you're front and center. I'm like, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it definitely was. The picture was definitely front. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I requested to have the picture in a scene with Tracy Savage because let's I gotta say, I've had people say this. Thanks for your support in this film, and I'm like, had Debbie Sue Voorhees not dropped Tracy Savage's name, I don't know how involved. I think I would have been involved, but probably not to the extent that I am. Tracy Savage's name made my wallet open.
Yeah.
um, but anyway, this is pretty exciting, you know. I bet you're probably stoked.
Yes, I couldn't wait for the workday to be over so I can just hurry up, come home and watch it and then talk to you. And it seemed like a very long day at work. I'm just glad it's over.
I've got part of my work day done. I've still got when I'm done here, I still got another 12 hours to do.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. You know why I'm not able to watch it
Oh,
tonight? I work as a cleaner. I'm an essential worker, and so that's what I do for money. I do this for fun, and but I kind of prefer to work back shift because you can't clean when there's people running around, and you know,
yeah. Mhm.
yeah. So happy to be part of this. I'm excited about it, and um, I did the post there today. I said I probably won't know when I'll see it, but I did want to acknowledge certain people because I know there's a lot of people online, and yeah, I think a lot of the name actors should be acknowledged, yes. But I wanted to credit people that don't necessarily get mentioned a lot, and I because I know what that feels like, and it's kind of nice. I don't do like it's nice to get hits on YouTube, you know, and stuff, but it can't be all about that, you know.
Right.
Yeah, some you got to give other people a chance to tell their story. So I'm interested to hear your story, but first, look at this.
Oh, I love this shirt. Yay.
Yeah, you go.
I love
Yeah,
it.
this was when Tom Matthews was still part of the movie.
Oh, and oh my God. And he's on that shirt still?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I was really disappointed to hear that he wasn't going to be involved anymore. I was really, really looking forward to hopefully meeting him.
Well, you want me to tell you even go even deeper than that? I wore this at Horrorama in 2019 in Toronto to promote the film.
Hmm.
Outside Kane Hodder, Tom Matthews got the most attention on this shirt.
Yes.
More than Dee Wallace, more than Corey Feldman. People like their Part 6 Tommy Jarvis.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Yep. And I had the pleasure of seeing Jason Lives at a screening there as well, where the band Blood Opera performed just prior to it. So anyway, that's another reason why I prefer to see 13 Fanboy screen, because I've seen Jason Lives many times on home video, but
Hmm.
seeing it in a theater, it's like seeing it live.
Right.
It's yep. So, but nonetheless, I don't know. I'll see. You know, I'll see what happens. Um. Anyway, nonetheless, here we are, and I should show my other piece of merchandise too. Tote bag.
I need one. I definitely need one.
Yeah, I take this to the convention. I'm like I said, I'm doing Frightmare in the Falls. Um, I'll be there next week, and like I said, CJ Graham is going to be one of the guests. I've interviewed 5 people from Jason Lives, but CJ Graham I've never had on though, so I'm looking forward. Since I'm the co-producer, technically I would make me his boss, wouldn't it?
I suppose so. I'm a co-producer,
Oh.
so
So if I walked up to his table and asked him to get me, you know, my tea and you know, gee, I'm thinking outside the box here.
I don't know how well that would fly over.
You know what? I'm good friends with Nancy
Yeah.
McLaughlin.
Hmm.
And um actually thinking of Nancy, I should show this. Nancy's a good friend of mine, and I'm thinking about, and I've spoke to her about this as putting her on speakerphone when I get up there to CJ's table to have her talk to him about his roadside etiquette.
Oh my,
She made these.
oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I
uh,
absolutely love it.
yeah, little medallions. I got number two. I think Jason Bradford, I think, got number one.
Of course he did,
Yeah.
because Jason, the big overachiever.
Well, I told Jason Bradford about this. So he just got to it before I did. You know, but I did I got one of those, and I probably should bring that with me when I go to Toronto. But nonetheless, I usually keep her packed away. But yeah, Nancy McLaughlin had those made, but I also got something else here too that I had in the tote bag, but I had out of the tote bag today because I showed this off quite a bit.
Oh, I love it. I
Yeah.
also have Jason mask, but it is um it's kind of like a chrome mask that I got from Adam Marcus, and um he's a really cool dude, and um he had sent that to me. It's autographed on the inside, and I love it. So
You
I
involved? Are you
that
involved with Hearts of Darkness?
I am not, unfortunately. I don't think I heard about it soon enough. Um
Ask Adam Marcus about it. You might be able to get still involved. Ask
yeah.
him.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, ask him because that should be fun. I'm on that as an associate producer, so yeah, ask him about it. Because I think that's going to be a really good documentary. But this right here got signed because I've interviewed the guy twice, and that signature is Ted White.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
He is my favorite Jason out of the bunch. My apologies to CJ Graham and Kane Hodder, but I'm going to
Mhm.
say it. Ted White is the most intense Jason out of the bunch.
Definitely one of the most popular ones. I hear a lot of people say that they like.
Yep. Yeah. So, and of course, I know you worked with Corey Feldman, so
Yes, I
obviously
do.
I got to show this.
Oh, adorable. Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, there's a signature there too.
Oh,
So, yeah, I think that Jason Lives is the best of the franchise, but I think the final chapter is the scariest.
mhm.
Those two are great. So yeah. So you got a Corona mask? You got any
Yeah,
13 fanboy memorabilia?
I do. I bought a hoodie, which is, I think, the most comfortable piece of clothing I own.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it is so well made, super soft, and it just it holds up really well. And I actually love that. And I also have a t-shirt. Um,
Like this?
gotten. No, mine's a little different. It's the girls' baseball shirt, the V-neck, and it has the stripes on the arms, and it says 13 fanboy on it. And
Okay. Okay. Well, I got this one because, like I said, I got this after Tom Matthews had left. I think it was due to scheduling or something. Tom Matthews left, and so I wanted to get this while he was still present on it. So
Mhm.
yeah. So how did you get involved with 13 Fanboy?
um well, I think I've spoken to Deborah beforehand, chatting back and forth. I think we've talked for a while before I heard about it, and then I saw her posting about it, and then I messaged her, and I was like, I have to get involved. This sounds so cool. Like, I really have to get involved. So it basically just, it went from there. So, you did the Indiegogo. went on there, and next thing I know, it was like she was calling me, telling me, "Hey, you're gonna come fly to New Mexico." I was like, "Oh wow!" So, and that was definitely a fun, wonderful experience. Something I'll
Yeah,
never. Yeah.
yeah. I think that was part of my perks to go to New Mexico, but I couldn't afford to, not only not a matter of just finance for me, it's a matter of leaving work.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was
I'm
the same
not
thing, because when
e-
this first went down, I had just started a new job at a new doctor's office. But
mhm.
luckily, my office manager was like, when I told her about it, she was so excited about it, and she was very supportive. And she's like, take the couple days off, go and do it. It's a once in a lifetime thing, go have fun.
Mhm.
So lucky I had a great support system in my job and in my family, to allow me to go. I was there for 4 days. Definitely wish I could have been there longer. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. Um, it's gorgeous there.
I don't have the quite the same support system. See, at my job, I my supervisor has told me more than once, you're the only one I can rely on who doesn't bitch about it. I
Yeah.
we had somebody quit a couple weeks ago, and I had to pick up that guy's slack because my supervisor had nobody else to turn to. And I must have done, I could be exaggerating here, but maybe not. But there was a couple days I'd say I did a good 16 to 18-hour days, and
Oh,
I was a zombie.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. And it's all because, well, a lot of people are on CERB and don't want to work. That makes it harder. So I get called a lot, and it takes its toll on your body after a while.
That
Yeah. But nonetheless, here I am. I'm happy, excuse me, happy to be part of this and having you on here. So you got to travel down to New Mexico.
I
So
did.
talk about that. I've never been to the States, let alone New Mexico, So yeah, but as far as I've been to Toronto, but nonetheless, you went there. Now, did you get picked up by Jason Bradford?
I did not. I traveled alone.
Mhm.
Um, I left because I'm in New Jersey. So I had to take, it was only, and this is like my own second time only ever going on a plane. My first time on a plane, I was 17. It was a quick 2-hour flight to Florida. Um, Now I don't want to say how many years later, because but it was so I was so scared because I was like, I have to get on a plane. And then there was layovers. So I basically had to be on 4 different planes, 2 there and 2 back. And I had to, there was a whole fiasco with my rental car situation. But luckily that worked out. And then I had to drive 3 hours from the airport into New Mexico. And that drive was nice.
You want me to tell you something?
What's that?
I'm 49 years old, and I've lived here in New Brunswick, Canada, my whole life.
Hmm.
And I would always get homesick if I went anywhere. I got two other cities like an hour and a half away from me, St. John and Moncton. I live in Fredericton, so and I would get homesick just going there. And St. John's like less than an hour away. And so what happened with me is that in 2017 I had uh, actress Lisa Langlois from the movie Class of 1984 on my show
Hmm.
for a second time, and she had said to me, we got talking about travel, and she asked what was stopping me. And I got listing all the stuff. The big one for me is I'd never flown before. I was nervous about that. And the other thing was getting homesick.
Right.
So, well, she made the offer. She said she was doing Horrorama in Toronto, and she invited me to assist her at her table. I could not say no to that.
Mhm.
So I became the first and only one to this day in my family who's gotten on a plane. And I'll be frank, I took gravel before I went on, but I really didn't need it. It was like a bus in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't bother me, you know. I went, I landed in Toronto Island, and I and here's the real kicker. I got to Toronto. Lisa met me there because thanks to her, not only was she instrumental in my first con, she was instrumental in helping me figure out how to use the subways and streetcars.
Right.
Oh yeah. So she showed me all of that, and it was a but I went and had dinner with her, and she asked me a lot of questions about the Maritimes, about New Brunswick, because this is a part of Canada she's never been in. And I'm answering her question, but all the time in the back of my mind, I kept thinking, why am I not homesick?
Hmm.
I get up the next day and I contacted her and I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna call and change my flight and stay an extra day
Hmm.
instead of just. I was there for 6 days and I thought, no, I'm gonna stay an entire week. And I've gone every year since, except for last year. But I don't know what was going on in 2020 that I couldn't travel. What
Yeah.
could have possibly happened in 2020?
Yeah.
Yes. What would possibly happen in 2020 that would keep me working way
Hmm.
too hard?
Yeah.
Yeah. But nonetheless, I got to experience the plane. It was the first time I've seen escalators since the 80s. I got to Toronto. We don't have them here anymore. We used to, way back in the 80s, we used to have them, and not anymore. So I just marveled at it, and I had so much fun at the con.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah.
So
Fun. They can definitely be really fun. I've been to a couple, but mostly it was just the same one every year that I would go to.
I did Horrorama in Toronto 3 years in a row. And every time I go to Toronto, I always meet up with Lisa.
Hmm.
She's kind of my eyes and ears of Toronto, but I always do stuff with Lisa when I go there. But she was only at the Horrorama 2017. 18 and 19, she wasn't present at that, but I still did that same con. It was a lot of fun. It's put on by Chris Alexander, who used to write for Fangoria magazine.
Hmm.
And I did one Toronto Comic Con, which it was fun. A lot of great cosplay.
Busy, a lot of people. Like I haven't done a Comic-Con, but it seems like the crowd seems huge. I don't know.
Yeah, I preferred Horrorama
Hmm.
because I find that the horror community is just that, a community. It was just a cool experience, and I'm about to do my first Frightmare in the Falls. I
Okay.
would I would do Horrorama, but by the time restrictions uh lessened a bit, they just didn't have time to book people.
Hmm.
So Lisa actually was the one that suggested Frightmare in the Falls. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try that. And
Cat wants to lay down, Tux.
you get a kitty.
That's my kitty. He's
I got a kitty. Mine's over there asleep.
well, this one's bugging me because I think he's ready for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I a lot of times mine gets over here, and I'll put him up here, and yeah, I get some interesting reactions from my guests when my cat comes in here.
Yeah, I'm
But
pretty sure it's kind of hard to see him now, but when he turns, if
no,
he
I see
turns,
his ear.
yeah, he's here.
What's your kitty's name?
His name is Tux.
Tux.
He's a tuxedo cat.
So is mine.
And then he has a sister named Melody.
My kitty's name is Skittles.
Aw,
He's over there asleep, curled up asleep right now. Maybe he's faking because I think he knows what will happen. If he comes over here.
right.
We'll put him on camera. But nonetheless, yeah, doing the plane thing, it doesn't bother me. Now, I hope I'm never involved in a situation where there's a crash,
Right.
but that could happen anywhere, in a vehicle or whatever. So you just hope for the best. But
You do. I mean, I really got nervous on my way home. The flights there were fine. But my flight from, I think I had to go to, I don't even remember which way it went, but the last flight I had to take, the plane was a little smaller. There was a lot of turbulence and I kind of like wigged out a little bit. I had this older gentleman sitting next to me. I think he was a retired Marine. Um, and he was all stoic in his seat. And I'm going, oh my God, did you feel that? I was like, oh my God, did you feel that? And he's like, we'll be fine. It's okay. And I'm like, it was the turbulence got so bad at one point, kind of freaks me out. But,
isn't it kind of nice to have somebody that's sitting there that can say that?
yeah,
We're
it really,
okay. We'll be fine. I'm glad that you had somebody like that sitting by you. It is kind of reassuring.
yes, definitely. And oh, I don't know what just happened to my screen, but there it
It's
goes.
okay. I can hear you now.
Yeah.
I can see you. Okay, talk about because I heard it's like what 2 hour drive from the airport to where Debbie Sue is.
Yes, I drove from El Paso into Ruidoso, if I still remember how to pronounce that correctly. It
Yeah,
was a 3 hour drive. It was a lot of desert driving through once I got out of Texas. Um, but it was just a nice drive. Lots of interesting, sometimes little roadside things that you see, and there was a lot of nothing, which was kind of good for me because here living in New Jersey is so cluttered and chaotic, and it was just really nice to have peace. And it was very relaxing. It was very nice time there.
so did you see elk? Because Jason Bradford said he saw elk.
I did not, but every time they saw something, they would take pictures and send them to me because I was in a hotel down the street from where they were staying. But
Mhm.
they would send me pictures or video and be like, look who's just here. I'm like, damn it, because I haven't seen anything. However, I do think I saw on my drive back to the airport when I was leaving. I did see like my alarm keeps going off. I did see like a road runner dart across the road, and I got
Oh
so excited.
wow!
I was like, oh my God,
Did it go? Did it go beep beep?
right? Whole thing so fast. It was adorable. That was like really the only thing that I saw like up close and personal because I wasn't really in the woods. So, but it
Okay,
because I love all kinds of animals.
absolutely. We'll talk about first being on set. Was Debbie Sue the first person you saw?
Yes, she was right at the front door when I came over. Um, and obviously, greet each other, hugged. Oh my God, so glad you're here. And then she's so busy, she's running around. So I went inside. We sat down for a while, got into talking with people. And then when things really started really happening, like because at first, we were setting up, I helped set up the con scene. So
Hmm.
um, I helped a really amazing artist named the Dragon Lady. Her name is Carla. And she had a booth set up there for the scene, and I helped her set her stuff up. And she's was one of the nicest people that I met. Like while I was there, everybody that I met there was really nice. We hit it off immediately. She's a really great person, talented artist. And you know, then the next day we started filming, and then Corey came. Did you see the cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a ham. And just when Corey came, and then I got to watch him do some work, and it was really it was just amazing just to sit there and like watch him do his thing, because I don't think we're that far off in age. I'm 45. I don't think he's that much,
He is, I think, a year older than me, I think. I'm
Mhm.
49. So I was born in 72. If I remember correctly, I think he's like born in 71. I think
Yeah,
71, something like that.
I just turned 50, I think. But when watching him work, is I'm like, I feel like I grew up like with him. I've watched all of his movies. I was a huge fan of, Stand By Me, and um, especially all of his, movies that he did, with Corey Haim and all of that stuff. So I watched all of his things basically growing up. So it was just like a real childhood dream of being able to watch somebody that you watched on screen your whole life, and then being able to see him actually do his thing in person. It was quite.
It's interesting. He was born July 16th, 1971. I was born July 8th, 1972.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Corey Haim, one of his last, or maybe it might have been his last movie, American Sunset, which sometimes is listed as Hostage, was shot here.
Oh, really?
I did not meet Corey Haim, but I know people that did work with him.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's just such a loss to everybody, you know.
We'll talk about working with Debbie Sue as a director.
The talent that just exudes out of this woman is just amazing. She's so focused. She really knows how to give direction. Basically, and I think it comes from her just really knowing what she wants and how she wants it. She's, just an incredible professional. Really smart and really, really, really good at what she does. So I would definitely, I would sign on. I would definitely do something else with her if I ever had the opportunity.
Mhm.
And learning from her, just watching her is amazing.
What was it like working with Corey Feldman? I know
No,
you had mentioned in your response to me initially that you were in scenes with Corey Feldman. That must have been surreal for you.
it was one scene, and I know we did a couple of takes and it seemed like it went really quick, but he came in, he did it a few times, and we did get to chat a little bit in between. And he was just so nice, genuine. Um, Definitely seemed, he really wanted to be there. He really, was present, you know. He really enjoys what he does, and he's like a master at it. Just being able to watch him change things up on the fly and just be, you know, just to watch him, it's just amazing because he's so talented.
Did you have
Extremely.
did you have a piece of the birthday cake?
I did not. Told me. So I was across the street in my hotel room, and then I caught it on a Facebook Live, and I was like, man, nobody called me. I was like,
So
but
you're telling me you were like the Milton from Office Space from the group? You didn't get a piece of cake?
apparently not get a cake, you know.
Oh
But
well, as long as they
yeah,
don't take the red stapler, you're fine.
yeah, vicariously through, everybody else that was there. Like, how cool was that? Um,
Hmm.
but during filming, I did get to, I did, his family was there. He had his wife and his son there. Um, Very, very nice people. Um, Again, like his wife was very genuine, very polite. His son, same thing. I couldn't say, they weren't around long, but they're just very, very nice people.
Yeah, cool. And of course, we mentioned Jason Bradford. I had Jason Bradford on here, and I'm gonna be reaching out to have him on again. I know he tells a lot of story about trekking people back and forth
Yeah,
from the airport, especially Jennifer Bonko. Hearing him talk about um, road trips with Jennifer Bonko was pretty funny.
yeah, they did have quite a time. Um,
Hmm.
I didn't get a chance to meet Jenna in person. but she just from like her videos, things that I watch of her and everything, she's just so sweet, so down to earth. So I can see why Jason was definitely, I think he was smitten. Because hell, I am. She's such a sweetheart.
Who
She
who all
and
did you get to meet from this film?
um filming, I was there with Jason Bradford, Rick Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
um Vanessa, Vanessa Ianza, right? And then we had Becca Rose. Um, and then some of the other people that were friends of Deborah's, like Jana and Carla, who I cannot wait to go back and visit because they're like my sunshine. I love them. A lot of nice people. I got to meet Bo Boykin. He was another
Oh,
no,
Lar.
and I wish I would have been able to meet some of the other people, but I was briefly got to like I said, I briefly got to talk to Corey, and then just like Deborah were the only really other ones that I got to interact with, but it was a lot of fun.
What was your interaction like with Lar Park Lincoln?
I wish I had one. I wasn't there.
Oh, I
I don't
thought you had mentioned that you met her. Maybe I
know.
misheard you.
Yeah, so I wasn't there, I don't think, when she was filming, because like I said, I was only there 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
And our scene was like one of the first scenes to be filmed. So when I left, that was mostly when like everybody else was coming, because the only person that was really there when I was there was Corey.
Okay. I remember when that was being shot because it was, on the Facebook and whatnot, and I couldn't be there, but I got to admit, I kind of lived vicariously through, especially Jason Bradford. I definitely a lot through him, but here we got the end product being released today, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty. I'm pretty stoked about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he documented a lot of things. So it's great now. Then when the years go by and it's been 2 since we did it, it's like now everything comes up on a Facebook memory, and you're like, oh my god, do you remember that? We all had a really great time during the time that we were there.
yeah.
It was um,
Did
it was a
you
lot.
see Noelle, Christy, and Lisa?
No, I did not see them there. I did get to work with Noelle on another film.
Oh, we're gonna talk
Uh,
about that. Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
did get to work with Noelle on another film, and I absolutely adore her. She's a sweetheart. Um, you
I
know,
heard they were the three amigos. That's why.
yeah. But yeah, there at a different time than they were. I flew, I think um everyone else came out the week that I left.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I have met and I've interviewed Dee Wallace.
I love
I've interviewed her back in 2015, the
Mhm.
first year I was doing the podcast, but I met her at Horrorama 2018, so that was pretty cool. And first time at a con where I ran into somebody that had a debit machine at her table. I
Oh wow.
because I don't like carrying cash on me, so I'm like, okay, this works for me. And D had a debit machine. I was like, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's awesome. I think I wish more of people would have that at their tables. You
Yep,
know, that a
absolutely.
lot of cash either, but
Yes, absolutely. Now, because it must have been hard. I remember I was talking to Jason Bradford. He called me after 13 Fanboy had wrapped because he knew that I supported charities about dealing with suicide and depression. And he called me one night and he was like, he was feeling depressed and he wanted to talk to me. And I thought this was pretty cool because he said 13 Fanboy had wrapped and he's feeling down because it's like, it's all over. And I said, look, man, you got a number one, you got the premiere and stuff like that that's going to be happening. And plus, we had that movie that Vanessa Wright is
Mhm.
doing with him. That Tom Matthews is in that one. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I had a nice little chat with him, and uh, yeah, he was one of the people, along with Troy Elke, that took my charity, the Doubtfire Face Challenge, and just ran with it. Was you there when some of them were doing that?
Yes, I do remember seeing the picture. That was definitely super cool.
There's
Absolutely. It's amazing that, I just like when people come together and do things like that. That's
Well, not everybody has yet. There's a number of people from 13 Fanboy that hasn't done that challenge yet. And it's the people that would make the biggest impact. So,
yeah.
yep. I did it a couple times. I didn't start it, but I became aware of it after Robin Williams left us,
Mm.
and I threw it out to some of my guests. Lisa Langlois did it. Nancy McLaughlin did it in front of props from Jason Lives,
Mhm.
which was pretty cool.
That's
Um,
cool.
Ellen Udy from My Bloody Valentine did it
Mhm.
because she's a professional clown, so I had to throw it out to her. Sandy Johnson, who was Judith Myers in the original
Yeah.
Halloween, her husband was dressed up like Michael Myers and put the pie in her face for that one. And she nominated Nick Castle, PJ Souls, and Felissa Rose.
Mhm.
And I'm going to see Felissa at Frightmare, so I'm going to show Felissa the video. And Sandy's a doll,
Oh,
but
she is. Yes.
yeah. Have you met Sandy Johnson?
I have not met Sandy. We've had some interactions, postings and stuff on Facebook, and she's such a sweetheart.
Love her. She's been
I
on here twice. Yeah, I love Sandy. But
um,
and I've had some people in the wrestling community that had done it, like James Ellsworth, Tori Wilson,
mhm.
people like that. So I'll tell you this: Adrian King's been nominated, I think, like 5, if not 6 times,
Mhm.
and Tracy Savage has been nominated. So is Judy Aronson, Lara Park Lincoln, Jennifer Bonko, Debbie Voorhees. There's a bunch of them. So there's definitely, and I hear it whispered in my ear every now and again, have they done it yet? Have they done it yet? And here's one thing I'm going to say about that. Sandy Johnson did it before the pandemic lockdown,
Mhm.
but after the lockdown happened, she posted the video again just to kind of cheer people up.
Mhm.
And the response to that was amazing. you know like a lot of people, like, I needed to see this. He says,
Mhm.
this made my day. Every comment was
Yeah.
positive. So I hope I see some challenges accepted on that. But I know Jason Bradford and Troy Elke took it and ran with it. So, but I know Ron Sloan did it, but we need more than Ron Sloan. We got to get
Mhm.
some of the bigger names as well. So I'm hoping that'll happen. But nonetheless, I love the fact that Jason Bradford had called me one night and he said, "You know a little bit about dealing with depression." It's always hard to leave something. I remember the
Yeah.
first time I had to leave Toronto. For somebody who you always gotten homesick, I didn't want to come home.
Right. Yeah.
Wanted to stay in Toronto. So anyway, I had connections like that was really nice and allowed me to be somewhat on the outside involved. But anyway, we got to talk about actually, before we talk about Massacre Academy, what's your impressions right now of 13 Fanboy?
Um, Glued to the TV, like, really excited to see the rest of it and see everything come together. Because it's from being there and seeing what we shot done, and then going from coming home and then seeing pictures and stills and all these things of other things being done. It's like you want to see it all come. It's I definitely can't wait to finish watching it. Because so far I'm just like I love it, and I will probably watch it a million more times this weekend. Yep. Then I already have like my friend. I have a friend that right now, my friend Brienne, that was in Massacre Academy with me and Noelle. She's actually watching it right now as we speak. So I told her, I was like, make sure you text me when you're done. And my friend Tasha Reed, actually, we talked earlier when I was on my way home from work, because she saw most of it today. She was working and trying to watch it, and but she's like,
that's the best time to watch it, when you're at work.
right.
Jeepers, let's give me some ideas during 12
Right.
hours tonight.
Well, I think she's still working from home. So she was trying to, watch and work and watch and work, and but she's gonna watch the whole thing all the way through again. But she had to call me and was like, I saw you, and it's just amazing the response that I've gotten so far from people. And just everyone really that has watched it everybody has a great response to it. So I'm really, really happy for that, because it was definitely a lot of fun making. And, I'm just so proud of, Deborah, and working with Joel. He was, another amazing person to be around,
I had him on here too back in January. Yep.
Genuinely, he's so helpful. He's just, them two together. I don't know. They make some good stuff.
Well, I remember it was Riley C. Morris when I was trying to schedule him, and I finally got him on.
Mhm.
But he was the one that told me when he first responded to me. He says, "I recognize you. Your picture is definitely in the movie. It's a bit," he said, "it's a bit bloody, but it's definitely there." And when I heard that, I was like, my picture that I sent is involved in a gore scene.
Mhm.
My goodness, I'm like, that's even better.
Yeah, it was yeah, the scene itself was definitely pretty cool. I would love to hear your reaction when you actually see it. Yeah.
Well, I don't know when that'll be, but nonetheless, somebody sent me a still of
Yeah.
my bloodied picture, and I put it on Facebook. I was like, this is pretty cool. Um, yeah, I kind of like that, and like I said, I got that perk too, because I wanted my picture and scene with Tracy Savage, so
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, that's she's the reason I got involved with the movie, so I chose that. And my co-producer credit will be at the beginning of the movie and at the end of the movie, I'm told. So I'm like,
I didn't see
nice.
my beginning, so hopefully mine will be at the end. I didn't.
Well, they had a special perk
Mhm.
where you could spend more money and you could get your credit at the beginning and at
Yeah.
the end. So I got that. I just went all out on this. I spent more money on this movie than I had any others. And like I could only do associate producer on Hearts of Darkness. You know, I am a co-producer on Victim No More, the Bobby Heckman directed movie. But those are on a smaller scale to 13 Fanboy budget wise, so I'm able to do it. But I hope to do the sequel to 13 Fanboy, but
Me-
again, it's a matter of budgeting for me. I've had to turn down a lot of projects because I just can't do it. I'm
Yeah.
happy to be part of this. Yeah.
I do plan on doing more. Right now is definitely a hard time for me. We're getting ready to move. So everything's kind of crazy. I can't really plan anything because I don't know what my timeline is. And so I'm hoping, once we get settled, maybe in another year or something, I'll find something that I would like to do. But because I miss it. Like once you do it once, it's like an
Oh
addiction. You
yeah.
gotta do it again.
Oh yeah. Well, I had said on a couple posts on the Debbie Sue sheer horror site, I don't know when I'm going to see this film, but I'm definitely like I'm go promote it at Frightmare. I'm going to wear this there, and get CJ Graham to get my coffee and stuff for me because technically I'm his boss, and I think I might play that out. Wouldn't you do
I don't know if I would have the balls to try.
it? I'll have Nancy McLaughlin back me up on speakerphone. Of course, I'd be an easier reach. Well, let me think about that. Oh man, but yeah, this will be fun. See, did you see my picture in it?
I did. Yes, I did. Yep.
Did I now is it true that my picture, looking at my picture, scared the fanboy into a heart attack and I was the hero of the film?
Absolutely. How did you guess?
Oh, just I figured my picture had to be in there for some reason.
Mhm. It's a lot clearer, obviously, than the screenshot that was sent to you. So you'll definitely I think you're definitely going to appreciate that. It was very cool.
Well, if I'm in scenes with Tracy Savage, then I'm looking good just when I'm in scenes with her. So
Right.
that takes me to a 10 out of 10 just with her being in the frame with me. So
Mhm. Just being in the frame and having a speaking line to Corey was just something that I don't know if anything can ever top that. So, it would be quite the experience.
that is awesome. Well, Corey is just totally 80s, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
staple of the 80s. Let's talk about Massacre Academy,
Yeah. Let's
Yeah, because
that.
I looked up your IMDb and I was like, you actually you got a couple projects on here. I was not involved with Massacre Academy. I know it went out to me and they're like, can you get involved with this? And I just could not. But it's funny looking at the credits because Dave Sheridan and Felissa Rose are both going to be at Frightmare at the Falls.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. Although Dave Sheridan to me is Officer Doofy.
Yeah,
He's Officer Doofy
I know.
with the vacuum cleaner. I'm cleaning my room. Don't disturb me when I'm cleaning my room.
Love it. Yeah,
Did he vacuum any on the set of this movie?
I
And his
don't think.
he didn't wander around with the vacuum cleaner hose in his underwear, dragging the vacuum cleaner. That wasn't a scene in Massacre Academy.
Not that I'm aware of. I have to definitely ask Mark. Maybe something was edited out.
I think like when I see he and Felissa Roses in this, I'm like thinking, what a missed opportunity. They could have had an Officer Doofy meets Angela crossover.
Right? Oh my God. How fun would that have been?
Oh, a lot of people talked about Massacre Academy. Like I said, I could not get involved, but I've seen stills from it. Set in 1987, so I would have been 15 during the year this is set. And
I was 11
you
in
were
19.
11, and you get
Yeah.
Jason Bradford's in this.
No, actually, he was supposed to, but unfortunately, he ended up not being able to make it because I believe they were closing on his house or something, so he couldn't. And it happened to be that same weekend we were filming, so he wasn't able to make it out to do it. Which very disappointed because I wanted to see him again. But we understand life happens, and he's happy now, and definitely got a nice. He got his house, and he had to take care of that stuff. So, congratulations to him. We missed him. Definitely missed him though.
Now I'm just trying to see here because was okay, I knew it. Troy Elke is an associate producer on this. I knew it. I knew it that Troy was involved with this movie somehow.
Hmm.
And Troy's voice, of course, is featured in 13 Fanboy. I gotta be frank, he needs to be on screen. If you
I
watch,
agree. I definitely agree with that. He is a character.
yeah, I mean, I gotta say, and I don't mean this as any offense to anybody involved with 13 Fanboy, but he might be the most talented person involved. I don't know where he comes up with the shit he comes up with, and he does it while he's at work. I'm like,
Right.
I wish work was that much fun for me.
Too.
And him and Christopher Norris bantering back and forth, by the way, I don't tell me how it happens, but I have heard that Christopher Norris had the most bizarre, gruesome death in 13 Fanboy. Do you agree with that?
It was pretty shocking. I'll say that.
I heard that he had a heart attack looking at a Troy Elke video. Is that true?
I can neither confirm.
I love getting them going. I actually did that today, and I like Christopher Norris. I've had him on here a couple times. Some of the background players from this film, I'm happy I've gotten to know, and I've had Noelle on here. I've had Christy Fontenot on here, and some amazing people. I'm glad I did that post the other day because it was like I probably never have gotten connected with you. Your name was thrown out to me, and I was all on board. And some amazing, talented people, and Massacre Academy. Talk about your role in that. Is this the one where Noelle Berger is dressed in like an S&M outfit?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And amazing. um, yes. Uh, Massacre Academy was definitely a fun one to do. Yeah, we shot our scenes over a weekend. It was 2 days. Um, and it was a lot of fun. The make was fun. I got to be it was like an 80s sorority girl. At a frat party, hanging with everybody, and all of a sudden shit happens, and it happens. It happens hard and fast. And it was definitely a lot of fun to do.
So when she was the dominatrix, did she go do a dominatrix scene with Officer Doofy?
Um, Again, I can
Like
neither confirm nor deny.
I'm just picturing Officer Doofy, Special Officer Doofy, coming out of the bedroom with the vacuum cleaner.
A lot of drool involved. Let's just say.
Yeah, no, I saw the stills of her in her outfit, and I'm like, okay, it's something wild going on in there. Yeah, did you get to work with Dave Sheridan or Felissa Rose?
No, I did not. I'm not exactly sure who did. It just seemed like when you see the movie, they're separate from a lot of people. With the characters. So I did not get to work with either one of them. But one of these days, like I said, there's going to be a lot more projects, and I'll definitely be looking forward to doing something with someone again. It's definitely fun to do. You get to meet a lot of great people. Even just being online and becoming Facebook friends with everybody, and then you get to work with somebody that online. It's like amazing. It's like a whole new family. And everyone really is a family in the horror community that we have. Everyone is just so nice and supportive. There's really, I don't know, we have a lot of good apples.
So what's your costume in Massacre Academy?
I have black leggings, and I have the black lace gloves like Madonna,
Okay.
gloves. I have the black rubber bracelets. I have a tank top on, but then I have an off the shoulder black shirt. It's like a big scoop neck, and it has a huge pink lipstick kiss on the front of it.
Okay.
And then I had my hair all crimped out, and you know, and a little like the lace bow thing in my hair with the big earrings. And
Wait a minute. I think I might have seen a picture from you. Just give me a second. Because there was some
did post a lot of pictures online while we were there.
so are you the one with the pink headband?
No, my headband was black.
Okay, okay. Wrong person. I'll have to see this. I'll have to see this. I'll have to see this. So we're also well, you more than me, but I have interviewed Steve Merlo. You're involved in Sawyer uh, Sawyer Massacre, right?
Yes, I was actually supposed to have my picture in that movie, but my every time they kept sending me the consent form, I could never find it in my email. And I don't know. I ended up missing the deadline for that. But I think I do have a credit on there. I can't wait for that one, to be quite honest, because I definitely enjoy that franchise, and I cannot wait for this one. I think it's definitely going to be another good one. I feel it. It's something that you feel and you can tell, and I think this one is be really great.
Yeah, I couldn't get heavily involved, but I do have my I did interview Steve. I don't know if I think I made a contribution, a small one, but I'll tell you a project you might want to check out. It's one that I got my name on. It's The Witches in the Sand. Do you know that one?
No, I don't think I've heard about that one yet. What's that about?
Okay, I had the director Tony Marden on the show, and he and Deborah Lamb were writers on this. I had Deborah Lamb on here. Actually, Deborah Lamb did a Doubtfire challenge right at the end of it. Never happened on my show before. But it was her idea to do it too. But The Witches in the Sand, Tony Marden is British and he's a very funny guy. I mean, he gets attacked by a flying sandwich with teeth in this movie, if you can imagine. It shows it in the teaser. But this movie has got Deborah Lamb, it's got Linnea Quigley, Donna Lee Heising, Lynn Laurie, Brink Stevens, Lloyd Kaufman, Beverly Randolph, Eileen Dietz, Lindsay Drew, Michael St. Michael's, Genevieve Rossi, Barbara Magnolfi from Suspiria. I mean, I think the Indiegogo is still going.
Is
When
it?
I, yeah, I when I interviewed Tony, I didn't know what I wanted to do with it because I discovered it through Lynn Laurie.
Mhm.
And I said to him, I said, I don't know whether I want to get the Blu-ray or get my picture in the movie. And he said to me, he said, buy the Blu-ray and we'll put your picture in the film, which I thought was really cool. It
Yeah.
tells you a lot about Tony Marden.
Mhm.
I would check that out because the teaser for it looks great. It looks very bizarre. And plus that's a hell of a cast in that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. So maybe you can get your picture in that.
Yeah, definitely have to look into.
Yep. Yep. But is there you got any charities that you're involved with that you want to promote on here?
Not so much. I'm like not directly involved with any charities, but I did do ask for when my birthday was last month. I asked I had on Facebook a charity organization for animals. It's a rescue that which I got my two kittens at. Um So yeah, I posted that up, and they're mostly anything like you said with the suicide prevention and depression, anything, from there, and anything like animals and wildlife and stuff like that. So those are the most things that are really close to my heart anyway.
Right, perfect, perfect. So outside Massacre Academy and Sawyer Family Massacre, any other projects you got up and coming that you can talk about?
Not at the moment. Like I said, right now, home life is very chaotic. Trying to work a full-time job and getting the house together we're painting, we're packing. Everything's a disaster all over the place right now. I don't know which way is up or down. So once we finally get settled and, we're out of here, I can definitely look into other projects and things. I mean, I'm keeping my eyes open, but I haven't made any, commitments or anything yet, because I need to know where I'm going to be first. It's and then like I said, I mean, all of this stuff, that I have my cousin's wedding coming up and all of these things. So I think I need to not plan myself crazy right now.
I'm kind of in that spot too. Where are you
Yeah.
moving to?
We are moving to South Carolina.
Okay, okay. You looking forward to it?
Absolutely. I can't
Okay.
wait. I can't wait. You know,
Yeah.
the traffic is getting to me. I have my truck driver mouth. My son can't handle it in the car anymore because I yell at everybody on the road. I can't stand it.
Are you kidding me? That's one of the privileges of driving.
Yes, true.
I often tell people I speak two languages, English and 5 o'clock traffic.
Exactly. That is so true.
I'm fluent in swearing.
Yes, absolutely. And it's funny because you think my son would. He refuses to say any bad words at all. He doesn't. He Nope. I can't even get him to say it as a joke. He won't.
You know what? You know
He's
what?
like,
I heard a lot about The Wolf of Wall Street being having the most profanity of any movie, and I always get turned off when I hear that because if you're familiar with the Trailer Park Boys,
mm-hmm,
yeah, they did a spin-off movie called SwearNet, the movie,
mm-hmm.
and it has a record number of 935 F-bombs.
Wow. Well, no
Yep.
one has been in a car with me yet, so you never know. I could probably break that record. Yeah.
So did you get to use your truck driver mouth on 13 Fanboy?
I did not.
Oh,
No, I did
jeepers.
not. There was not a need for it. Yep. So
Come on, let you ad live a little bit.
no, but that would have been fun, but
Oh
unfortunately,
well.
no.
Well, you know what, Susie? It was wonderful having you come on here tonight and talk about this. And I think it's been a real blessing connecting with like I've had a lot of the cast of 13 Fanboy on, but I just thought this would be a great idea to I guess send shout outs to people like Jason Bradford who would tag people on that post that I put out. And I've got to connect. This week has been a record number of interviews for me, you know, and not all of them were 13 Fanboy, but most of them were.
Mm.
And it's been wonderful having you come on here tonight and getting to know you and so many other wonderful people. I wanted to give voice to people that don't necessarily get that opportunity to
Well,
chat.
no,
So
right. That's another thing though too. Like to anyone who hasn't done anything like this before, just do it. It's a great experience, even if you only do it once. It's definitely a fun experience being on a set, seeing what happens behind the scenes. It gives you such a different point of view from watching a movie to actually doing one and watching it being made in real time, so if anyone ever has the opportunity to do something like this, even as an extra background person, do it, because it's definitely worth it.
Absolutely. I almost got to be a background person in Hobo with a Shotgun when it was shot in Halifax, close to here. They had the extras call sheets out, but it's like I work and it's like I'm not going to get to Halifax to, and I wouldn't be to spot me in that crowd,
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, but 13 Fanboy, I'm spotted and I'm like, yay,
Mhm.
I'm in good company in that film. How exciting is this that the 13 Fanboy is like it's our own, it's Debbie Sue was behind the wheel, but there were so many of us putting gas into that vehicle,
Yes, and her just being able to put all of it together. I don't know how she did it, because it's like it's things coming at you from every angle, and it's so chaotic. And when you think about it, it's so like it feels like, how are you going to put all of this puzzle together? But she does it, and she's brilliant, and it was such an honor, really, to get to work with her, and even just to meet her as a person, because she's such a wonderful, wonderful human being, and very genuine, and I love
So, so how about Fanboy 2 starring Tommy Wiseau?
it. Well, I definitely would like to see a Fanboy Part 2, and if that's how it would work out, that'd be great.
I think I should get. I think Debbie's coming on here. It'll be post release, obviously, but
Right.
she is on here. It'll be her 5th time on here, but I should pitch to her. It's like, get Tommy Wiseau and Neil Breen on. That'll change the tone of the movie quick.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, Susie, thank you so much for coming on here.
For
Uh,
sure.
this was wonderful, and absolutely good luck with the move, and hopefully we'll see you in some other projects. We're involved in 3 together, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Actually,
definitely.
no, I'm not involved with Massacre Academy. Okay.
Well,
Um,
make sure you watch that one too. It's brilliant.
does Noelle Berger go all dominatrix and beat people in
No, but
it?
there's a lot of blood.
I'm not talking about blood. I'm just talking about kicking ass with one of those riding crop things.
Maybe behind the scenes, I think there may have been some shenanigans, but
Ah.
I don't know. So,
Noelle did a Doubtfire challenge. Now that I think about it, yeah, she did one.
mhm, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, it was wonderful having you on here. I say enjoy 13 Fanboy. Thanks for pausing it long enough to talk to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and yeah, I've enjoyed this.
Opportunity. It was definitely a good time. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you putting the thing on Facebook too. I saw that this
Yeah.
afternoon. Yeah, I'm glad that we are able to do this. So God bless you.
You
Uh
too.
Before you watch the rest of the movie, you tend to your kitty.
I will. He's staring at me from a corner in the house. Probably he's ready to murder me. So I need to.
You should just shake the temptations bag.
I should. See how
Yes.
he
Yeah.
hears animals.
Animals, absolutely. Well, God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy 13 Fanboy. Finally getting a release today, and we're both part of it. It's just a wonderful collaborations of talents and personalities involved with that movie, and it's something we have. It's something ours, and Debbie Sue brought that all together, so that's pretty awesome.
Yes, absolutely. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, I'm gonna let you go so you can go use your trailer trash mouth on your cat.
Yeah.
Or no, truck driver mouth, not trailer, truck driver
Yeah.
mouth.
Well, however you want to spin it is fine with me. Whatever.
Yeah.
I tend.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy
You,
the movie.
Greg. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
Absolutely. God bless.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.